Hey friends, what's up? What's good? Welcome or welcome back to my channel. Hey, if you're new here, my name's Shan. I'm your resident movie watching BFF. This is my reaction and commentary channel, the channel where we're gonna watch movies together, and I'm gonna let you know what's going on in my brain the whole time I'm watching them. And we do it calling out whatever the heck I see, which tends to be filmmaker elements, and that's kind of how my thing formed on YouTube. I don't know if you're happy about it. I feel pretty good about it. Today's video is going to be The Prestige. I kind of am having a tough time rallying today, friends. I'm in like chronic paralysis right now. Like I just like can't get it together. Little moment of honesty for you. I don't know what's going on with me. So I have just been stalling all day. It's not fun. To that end, I'm going to look up the least amount I've ever looked up. I just have The Prestige typed into Google, so I know it's from 2006. I think that you guys were telling me that it might be the same time period as Gangs of New York, but I have no idea. I think you just liked that I liked that, and then you're like, check out The Prestige. And I think it's about magic, right? It's definitely about magic. And beyond that, I really don't know anything else. And I see Christian Bale, Hugh Jackman, Michael Caine, and ScarJo. Okay, it's Christopher Nolan. I was gonna say I don't even know the director, but it's Chris Nolan. Okay, so this is gonna be freaking epic. I really trust Christopher Nolan. I do. And I'm just hoping for a really gripping, great story because of the way I'm struggling today. And then this is the point in one of my videos where we're going to thank the members who sit on my $15 tier. And this month we are thanking Len, IT Mac Pro, Steven Engler, Marco B, Smokin' Coffee, Snake and Nape, cool name, Jim, Brian J, Sonic Paintbrush, Janice Kenneth, MZ Forza, Simon, Ubi Relder, Skater, Simplexity, Muggy, DJ Kento, John, Cody, Christopher, Courtney, Kevin, Reef, Ethan, Tomby, Hamichanga, David, Burwinkle, Brian Earhart, Sean Goforth, Grismore, Daniel, Jason, and Motodork. So that's that on that. And without further ado, let's get right into The Prestige from 2006.
Are you watching closely?
That really sets a theme.
It consists of 3 parts, or acts. The second act is called The Turn.
Whoa, the pledge shows you something. The turn.
You're looking for the secret, but you won't find it. Because of course. But you wouldn't clap yet, because making something disappear isn't enough.
Gotta bring it back.
The part we call The Prestige.
Whoa. The Prestige. Oh, he's gonna die? And that's gonna be a mystery?
What went wrong?
I saw someone making their way below stage. I followed them. Borden must have placed it under the trapdoor after the interval.
It wasn't supposed to be there. This is a trick gone wrong movie?
Lord Cordler was interested. How much for my tricks? £5,000. Talk with Fallon, mind you know, money's for him. Even for your daughter.
The little girl's his daughter.
Well, think it over.
Ugh, such a good, compelling beginning, you guys. Would you sell your greatest tricks for the safety of your daughter?
Search for answers.
Ugh, I think this is right up my alley, you guys. It's like a mystery already.
See, the cipher in his notebook is unlocked by a single word, but it'll still take months to translate his writing.
That's a gorgeous location. Doesn't Hugh Jackman just belong in this time period? You guys, don't you just feel it? He's got one of those faces for me. My mind is spinning because knowing this is Christopher Nolan now is like, okay, we know that man does everything for real. So what are we gonna see in this movie? I'm excited. Okay, don't do that, please.
You're the great Anton. I saw your show in London.
Can you get me a meeting with him?
Impossible, I'm afraid.
I brought a lot of money.
About that.
Young woman.
The eagerness of a young man. Me in school. I know the answer. Excuse me. Not cool.
Like I said, the Langford double will hold tighter.
The Langford double isn't a wet knot. It's too dangerous. If the rope swells up, she won't be able to slip it.
I can slip a Langford.
Ugh. Someone's a little more reckless, a little more willing to take risks. I love learning the early character traits. That's going to be like their downfall.
Your sight lines. If I can see you kissing your wife's leg every night, so can the blokes at the ends of row 3 and 4.
Wife. That's why she's okay with it. Okay. I'm all right with it. I'll allow it, folks. Impressive.
Look at the man.
This is the trick. This is the performance. Right here. This is why no one can detect his method.
Oh, because he's not an old, frail man.
He's been pretending to be a cripple for years. Not just your name, it's who you are and where you're from.
Because I promised my family I wouldn't embarrass them with my theatrical endeavors.
Me too. Just kidding. I never promised my family that.
But what does he know of self-sacrifice?
Oh, this is so interesting. Do they become rivals? What is it? Do they become each other's competition? Probably.
He killed it! He killed it! But where's his brother?
He's a sharp lead, your son.
Two birds.
You're the lucky one today.
Oh my god. Did they kill? Are they killing birds? Yes, they are.
I'll use a cup of tea.
I scandalised the landlord.
Invite yourself in, buddy. Oof. Wow.
Milk and sugar.
Are you kidding me? I'm like so impressed by magic, you guys. So embarrassing.
I'm sure beneath its bells and whistles, it's got a simple and disappointing trick.
It's real.
Is this a Magic is Real movie? Because I'm going to believe it.
You see, this water tank was of particular significance to these two men.
Something happened to his wife.
If you would tie her wrists, bind her feet around the ankle.
Does he do one of those knots that he's not supposed to do? Oh my god. This is it. Becomes like a vendetta. I'm scared. I hope she doesn't die. Maybe they pull a rescue. That's it. She can't get out. There's no way to get her out from the top without breaking this? Come on, she's alive. She's alive, right, guys? Oh.
He said it was like going home.
No. You're...
Having a baby.
What?
A bullet catch.
Yeah, but it's safe. I promise.
No, my god, I don't like that kind of stuff. I don't even like fake guns.
Gunpowder.
We're getting some secrets, guys.
Everything's gonna be alright, because I love you very much.
Not today.
What?
Well, some days it's not true, and today you don't mean it.
Whoa, she can like feel his deception.
The days it is true mean something.
She's always going to be his tell in this. Snooze. Seen that at my 10th birthday party.
This is what you came for, is it? Are you man enough, sir?
I don't like it.
Which knot did you tie, Borden?
The other half convinced that I tied the Langford double. I can never know for sure.
It took me to like halfway through that sequence to realize it was him.
He must know what he did. He must.
I don't understand how it can be pleased.
Oh, okay. Actually blew his hand off. It's one way to get him to come over for a drink.
I hear he had a spot of bad luck catching the bullets south of the river.
That's a dangerous trick, that one.
Spot of bad luck.
You're a magician, not a wizard. You've got to get your hands dirty if you're going to achieve the impossible.
Scarlet. There she is.
She knows how to present herself. Pretty assistant is the most effective form of misdirection.
That's why they're all hot. Got it. I get it now.
God. Oh, that's bloody marvelous, Cutter.
This.
How does nobody hear?
Why should I worry? If your tricks don't get him in, somebody else's will. Maybe somebody willing to do a bullet catch?
Why should I worry? Love this guy.
Of the cage, one hand on the top.
Should have spotted him.
What the? How did they mess that up?
Shifts every day of the diary. It's simple, but time-consuming to translate, even when you have the 5-letter keyword.
Which is? You have a circle of trust with someone whose diary you stole?
I understand discretion. I just want the machine.
He's gonna do it? Did Tesla do it for the other guy? Whoa. Ominous.
Where are the wires?
Exactly.
I'll send word for you in a few days, Mr. Angier.
Magic.
Was Tesla a wizard, guys?
Hello, Jess.
Sarah. I love you.
See, today it's true.
Today you mean it. Ugh.
His wife and child tormented by his fickle and contradictory nature.
This movie is so internal. It's so psychological. It's like in their heads.
They're taking her away. To the workhouse.
No. Where's Mama?
Magic.
They tricked me on that. I was like, what? Ah.
Perfectly safe.
Perfectly safe. That was how he died, right? He got all electrocuted, landed in some water, right?
Mr. Angier, have you considered the cost of such a machine?
Price is not an object.
I can recognize an obsession. No good will come of it.
Oh, yeah.
I don't really have anywhere to go.
Girl, keep your robe on.
My wife for a couple of these fingers? He has a family now, right? And he's performing again. Borden is out there.
I recognize an obsession when I see one.
Was it good?
It was the greatest magic trick I've ever seen.
He's a dreadful showman. He doesn't know how to dress it up, how to sell the
Why, how does he do it? The same man comes out of that second cabinet, I promise you.
It's the same man.
Yeah, well, we can use it as a climax of the show.
Ugh. Can you steal a trick? Yeah.
Thank you.
What happens to Sarah? I haven't seen her.
Look at you.
Mr. Katzer, Mr. Angier, I'd like you to meet Gerald Root.
Pleasure to meet you, fine gentlemen.
Dead. Hugh with some makeup on.
Couldn't you have found a softer one?
Well, it's not for sleeping on.
The place was packed today.
Right here, right now. Do it. Your drunk self. That's all he has to do. Just keep your mouth shut, buddy.
How difficult could it possibly be to play the great Danton? You can go back to being yourself now.
I love the idea of Hugh Jackman making fun of himself on set. What do you guys think? Fun, right? Have fun with that.
Alas, I cannot claim this next feat as a loser.
one cares about the man who disappears, the man who goes into the box. They care about the one who comes out the other side.
I care about the man in the box.
Oh, he wants his fame, this guy. He wants his recognition. And this drunk is gonna ruin it.
I need to know how he does it.
Why?
So I can do it better. I need you to go and work for him.
Work for the competition.
You must be curious to see what so much money has bought you, Mr. Angelo.
Show me.
Be here for maiden voyage. Your head.
Okay.
Yeah, no. Come back next week. Next week? Come back next week. It'll be fine.
What's supposed to happen? I thought I had a little charge.
I know you've no reason to trust me.
Why wouldn't I trust you? I mean, you're only the mistress of my enemy. Why wouldn't I trust you?
I'm going to tell you the truth.
The other side of the stage. Mute, overweight, and unless I'm mistaken, very drunk.
A little overweight and drunk.
He sent me here to steal your secrets, but I've actually come to offer you his.
This is the truth.
Oh, the truth in this movie. What's the truth? I don't know. Is she just playing an amazing double agent, or is she really going to stay with him?
He's realised he can make demands.
What, he's blackmailing us?
I was surprised, to tell you the truth. It usually takes him to get away with professional embarrassment. We don't do any tricks we can't control.
Truth. That's 100% what you need to do. That's the truth. Any trick you can't control, you cut.
Bad. What I didn't count on was that when I incorporated this bloke into my act, he had complete power over me.
Oh, he got in his head and talked to him. Oh my god. Caught the trick, you idiots. Oh my god, they're so stupid. It's kind of cool advertisement to get them across the street, right guys?
I apologize.
That's really good, you guys. That's so good. Wow.
What do you mean you sent me?
I sent you to steal his secret, not to improve his act.
It's my job.
Or to fall in love with him.
I did everything you asked.
Yes? I'll go to his workshop and stage a break-in.
No, you took it.
Yes, me. Not you.
That's how he comes to get the notebook. That was a big question of mine. How?
Notebook? And he's just getting started.
They're just one-upping each other. It's scary. Do you guys think it was on purpose that Hugh Jackman and Christian Bale do also kind of resemble each other a little? I feel like my brain has actually been switching them a bunch in this movie. And I think that must be on purpose. At first I was considering it a failing on my part. Like, I'm just a big old dum-dum. Whoa, got him.
Saves me cutting you an air hole.
So they think they got the double, or they do got the double.
You have my notebook. Useless without the keyword. Write down your method, Mr. Borden. Describe it in full.
Or else?
I don't even know if your secret's in your notebook. The keyword is the method. Alive! How fast can you dig? Alan! You hear me?
I was like, why would he have incentive to write that down? It's incentive, Shanelle. Whoa.
It means, Cutter, we have a journey ahead of us. To America.
Robert?
Mm-hmm.
Listen.
Rob, you gotta chill, buddy. Robbie boy.
Champagne, your finest.
I didn't know we were going to be joined for dinner.
Absolutely.
By my mistress.
What trick, Freddie?
Yes, Freddie, what trick?
I am going to bury myself alive.
Fallon's chilling after being buried alive.
All right, what? What did you lose? I see, more secrets.
My secret. She's the one who could always tell if he's performing. I love that touch between them two.
Performing the transported man, but this makes you unique. Shows the audience you aren't using a double. You mustn't hide it. You must display it proudly.
It's the only way to know her mind.
How could he send you away?
She must help me rid ourselves of Angier.
They plotting to kill?
Today, Olivia proves her love for me to you, Angier. Yes. She gave you this notebook at my request. And yes, Tesla is merely the key to my diary, not to my trick.
You stole my money because your funding had been cut off. You've been shooting sparks in my top hat, laughing at me all along while using my money to stave off ruin.
The hat went nowhere.
You need to try different material. It may provoke a different...
Oh no. Please not a cat. Go back to doves. I don't condone the killing of any animals, by the way, guys. Oh, remember the scene from the opening? Has he been duplicating hats?
These things never quite work as you expect them to, Mr. Angier. That's one of the principal beauties of science. I'll need a couple of weeks to iron out the problems with the machine.
No shot. This can't be real. They're just trying to fuck with him.
All your heads, Mr. Angier.
There's no way. They're just trying to torture this man to death. To one-up him one last time.
The only competition for my affections is our little girl. I love you. I will always love you.
You mean it today?
Absolutely.
Which makes it so much harder when you don't.
We have to look at the author. Who wrote this script? Screenwriters.
She knows. But at least she knows that something's not right. So, if you can...
Show me this guy. Show me this guy.
Convince her that I do love her.
Oh my god. He has more than a double. He has like a twin or something. This movie is confusing me, but I think that's lending to the fun of it, weirdly.
It's necessary to tell Edison's man about the box.
What box?
He left it.
Kinks in its operation. I mean, if it went wrong, I would not want to live like that for long.
Gonna test it on himself right away.
But here at the turn, I must leave you, Borden.
Turned it on him.
Reading my diary, awaiting your death for my murder.
Final trick is to frame him for his murder.
All of them. It's just a pledge and a turn for each.
Okay.
You get the rest of it when you bring my daughter here.
This is the ultimate rivalry. Frame for his murder.
Know what you really are, Alfred!
You can't talk like this.
Sarah.
Is he two people? Does he have two personalities? What?
You think I bloody enjoy living like this?
I want you to be honest with me.
Not going to happen, babe. I knew Sarah was dead. Wasn't entirely sure how. And
It's my last show. A limited engagement.
Your last show?
A wise man once told me obsession was a young man's game. I'm almost done. There's one thing left.
die by public execution.
You told me you only wanted to show me one trick. It piqued my interest.
Well, it's a very clever trick, Mr. Ack.
We have yet to see the Tesla booth work for us. Just wait for it.
There has to be
a prestige.
Exactly. Real magic. It's been many years since I've seen.
Are you interested in helping us?
Shut him right up.
You know, the day before she killed herself, she said she wanted to meet me. That she had something to tell me about you. What would she have said?
There's two of him. He's a twin or something.
I never loved Sarah.
I never loved her. I feel so confused by this movie.
There'll be 100 performances, no more, no less.
Let's begin.
What happened to fun magic, you guys? Pull a rabbit out of a hat for me. Okay, trapdoor.
Man's reach exceeds his imagination.
And he gets to be the prestige and get the praise that he always wanted.
What is going on under that stage? Huh? Why can't you outthink him?
Obsession got transferred, I guess.
Don't go back there. You leave him alone. Both of us, we're done.
Both of us. Show me the other side. Christopher Nolan has been doing this a handful of times where he's not shown me the other person. And I do believe it's on purpose. His trick is meant to lure him, to be curious, to want to go backstage, to frame him for the water tank under there. So dramatic. This is meant to happen on the last performance, isn't it? The 100th performance. Lure him back there.
Where's the bloody key? Bloody drowning!
Oh my god. Now Danton's performing it like he didn't know. He kills himself, right? And frames Freddy.
Alfred Warden, you have been found guilty of the murder of Robert Andrew. You will be hanged by the neck until dead.
How is he guilty?
Do you think I could talk to Lord Cordlow in person?
Out of the question, I'm afraid. I suppose if in the course of your delivery arrangements, your paths were to cross, I can't stop you speaking your mind.
Everything is gonna be all right. You must be your coward.
Show.
I always have been.
Guys!
All I wanted to do was prove that I was a better magician.
It's the ultimate trick.
You're not afraid to get your hands dirty anymore, are you?
Not anymore. They foreshadowed that like 2 hours ago.
This ain't a bloody competition anymore, Angie. This is my little girl's life.
How hard it is to have something so special taken away from you, don't I, Borden?
Guys, this is a movie about forgiveness.
I promise. Look. I promise. I love you, Jess.
He's alive. I can't say I'm surprised, but I'm surprised. You know what I mean? Is he in on it? He identified the dead body. He looks surprised. He like adopted his daughter?
What have you done? Oh, she needs looking after. She needs a father to let me destroy that machine.
I tried not to involve you.
How? Liar?
I mean, I don't have as far to go as you.
That's Fallon, right, guys?
Sorry about Sarah. Didn't mean to hurt her. I did.
I am going to be researching everything I didn't understand until the end of today. He hired a double with the no fingers to help sell it. I don't know.
Are you watching closely?
Now, is he going to escape death? They're hanging him, but not in any official way. This feels like a trick.
I once told you about a sailor who described drowning to me.
As he said it was like going home.
I was lying. He said it was agony.
Ugh, he's just trying to make him feel better. Help me. I wish you guys were with me. Somebody has to tell me what's going on. I am so uncomfortable to be in the dark.
Do you have anything to say?
Abracadabra. Is it him? Ball. Pick it up. 2 fingers. Escapes death. He bested him. Fallon, this whole time.
The whole time.
They switched. And that's why the wife kept saying, today you mean it.
The trick is where we would swap. No. Simple, mate.
Oh, that's terrible that they had to do that.
About two men sharing one life.
I can't.
I don't understand how it can be bluesy again.
I love a cutaway.
I loved Sarah. He loved Olivia. We each had half of a full life, really, which was enough for us.
I fucking knew it. Still, how did he stage a drowning?
No, wait, I'm not...
Did he have to kill himself every night?
And all for nothing.
No, for the prestige. Say it.
The audience knows the truth. The world is simple. It was the look on their faces.
What happens when you're after the fame?
The second act is called The Turn.
How he opened.
Because making something disappear isn't enough. You have to bring it back.
Dad's back. So one twin had to die for the ultimate get back at him.
You don't really want to work it out. You want to be fooled.
Screenplay by Jonathan Nolan and Christopher Nolan. Okay. I kind of had the idea that he wrote it, at least partially. What the fuck, man? Let's talk about it. The Prestige from 2006. I have now seen it, you guys. That was batshit crazy, and I'm really glad I made it to the end of that while not making myself look too bad. I have a hard time not knowing things, and having a reaction channel really freaks me out, you guys, because you guys know more than me at the time of watching, and then you get to watch if I'm on or off or whatever, and it's nerve-wracking, and I found this movie really confusing. And now I'm breathing a bit of a sigh of relief because I do believe that was the point. I felt like Christopher Nolan was withholding other sides of conversations from us. Like, he wasn't cutting to the other person a lot. We were never getting a good look at Fallon ever. Like, never. To the point where I was like, is Fallon real? And like, Fallon was so like referred to so little throughout the movie that I'm like, it's just this off-screen person that we're just talking about. And then when they're like buried him alive and then he gestures and it's like Fallon, I'm like, okay, Fallon is somebody buried alive. Like, it was so confusing. And I started to really think that it was like a shortcoming on my part. And now I deeply, deeply understand that was the point. It was like a one-upper kind of movie, and who was the better magician? And it got really convoluted at the end where it's like Hugh Jackman has, you know, and Danton has now pulled off like the most amazing trick ever. He's come back from the dead seemingly. And then it's like, nope, just kidding. You know, Freddy has come back from the dead. And were we led to believe that there actually was some real scientific cloning happening? Like that seemed to actually be the case in this movie. So it was like we were playing in the realm of some actual fantasy. You know, we kind of left realism at a certain point and went into fantasy land. Unless Tesla really can clone people and we're not really sure. Or like it's being hidden, which I would also believe. I'd believe that that's being kept from us. So all in all, I found this really like psychological, really internal, really a movie built in voiceover and built in not being super clear with your audience. So like it's frustrating, but then it's really, really cool at the same time. I started to really think that we were dealing with a twin or a double. It was subtle at first when Sarah was like, you don't mean it today. And the next day she's like, you mean it. I'm like, oh, she is picking up on that soul connection that she has with her actual husband. And that's enough to drive a girl crazy. So I understand why she did what she did. It's pretty sad. So I really did start to catch on to the double, and I was like, okay, he hired a double, or there's some sort of twin where they both have the same finger issue. Okay, so budget, I'm going to give this movie 50 mil. This movie cost 40 mil. I think my final note will be the storytelling of this was also a bit convoluted and confusing. We knew we were taking trips to the past because Danton was dead. So it was like we knew we were in the past a lot. But Christopher Nolan was not taking any pains to make the past look any different. There was no different color theory. There was no different shooting style, kind of making it feel like all of these events were happening at the same time. And they were trying to put certain things in chronological order for me, like seeing the 2 fingers missing was like a pretty big key point, or seeing Danton get the limp. It was like, okay, chronologically, I know where we are. But I also want to say that I think the way that this is wound together is meant to confuse and confound as well, because it's like all happening at the same time. So, all right, now we can go to some trivia. Okay, Tesla was a world-renowned inventor, physicist, and engineer. He conducted his experiments at his lab in Colorado Springs, where he was also known for his eccentric behavior. The editing includes 146 time jump cuts, in which the next shot either flashes back or skips ahead to another time period of the storyline. This averages to almost 1 timeline jump per minute of movie. Hugh Jackman is fitted with prosthetic earlobes while playing the character of Robert Angier's British lookalike double. Okay, so that's like the one little thing that they gave him to play the double. It's hinted at in this movie and confirmed in the novel that the twins are named Albert and Frederick Borden, hence Alfred Borden. I remember hearing Alfred and being like, Fred is short for Alfred? Huh, okay. Oh my God, that was David Bowie. David Bowie initially declined the role of Nikola Tesla when it was offered to him. First, Christopher Nolan flew out to personally tell him he was the only person he imagined for the role. I didn't know that was David Bowie. The use of twins in a transported man magic show was in fact quite common when the movie takes place. In the novel, the machine works a bit differently than in the film. It doesn't copy a person exactly as they are, memories and personality intact, 50 to 100 feet away from the device's location. Instead, it does in fact transport the essence of the person to a newly created body, leaving behind a seemingly dead husk. These dead husks are what Angier refers to as his prestige materials in the novel. Ooh, so scary. Okay, let's go look at the Oscars. And I just want to say that I had almost no comments on the filmmaking in this. It's very just non-obtrusive filmmaking, right? He just gets out of the way. Christopher Nolan just tells the story. And this movie was so told in time. Time is the number one thing of this movie. Flashback, jump cut, rewind, it's all about time. So for this movie, for me, is a lot about the edits, the stitching. So it was nominated for achievement in cinematography, and it was nominated for achievement in art direction. So the final scene shows how both men pulled off their own prestige. That's all revealed when the surviving Borden twin shoots Angier. Angier immediately realizes Borden is 2 people, the twins Alfred and Fallon Borden, who both live as Alfred. Yes. Okay, so Angier isn't teleported. He's duplicated. He falls below the stage into a tank of water where he drowns. The new Angier manifests somewhere off stage, revealing themselves to the audience to create the illusion that he's teleported. The original Angier dies and the duplicate assumes their life until the next time the trick is performed, when the duplicate dies and is in turn replaced. The prestigious final moments loop back to the opening scene in which Cutter breaks down a magic trick for a little girl, only now the audience realize it's Borden's daughter Jess, and Cutter agreed to safely keep watch over her because he grew disgusted with Angier's dangerous obsession. Borden's reunion with his daughter is intercut with his discovery of the dead Angier clones. Yeah, so those were the clones, and his horror at what he sees. Okay, I just needed to confirm that those were clones. Borden's love of magic is grounded in the craft itself, not the glory as it was for Angier, and therefore walking away with his daughter signifies he's happily leaving magic behind. Comment below what you thought of both men. I think we were kind of supposed to be muddy on them both, morally. Who's better? I don't know. So, okay. You've now seen my reaction to The Prestige from 2006, so comment below. I want to hear from you. What do you think of this one? Where were you? What were you doing when you first caught it? Please answer my questions. Please help me out. When did you get clued into the trick? And, or did you not? If you want to see my full-length reaction to this, you can join me on Patreon. Description box below for that information. Other ways to support me below. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to comment. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, because it really, really supports me and the work I'm trying to do on the channel. And on that note, I'm going to go eat.